Django Fett on the job.
Alright, hey guys, I'm Django Fett, and this is episode 3 of the podcast series, Why We Love the Expanded Universe, Why We Love the EU. And make sure you guys watch episodes 1 and 2 with my special guests as well. And make sure you also join the Star Wars Reviews group as well, Facebook group. And today I am with my good friend Brysen, and I'll just let him introduce himself.
Hey guys, this is Brysen. If you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, it's just Brysen1439. I don't really have much on there, but I'm planning on to when I get my own laptop and everything, I'll probably make a lot more like expanded universe type videos. But yeah, I'm Brysen.
And do you have a Facebook group? Or a Facebook group or a Facebook account you want to put out there too?
Well, it's just on my normal Facebook. It's just Brysen de Dios. Ventura de Dios.
Okay.
Yeah, but they might have problems spelling that, so I'll just send you what the full name of it is, so you can share it in the links below.
Yes, in the description. Yeah, of course. Sure. As long as you're okay with it, I'm okay with it. So, okay. And by the way, guys, Brysen and I are actually good friends, and he was actually one of my very first subscribers, and we actually chatted on the EU for such a long time. It feels like what was it, like a year ago? Maybe a little bit later?
Might be longer, but
yeah. But when I first put up some of my first reviews, my Clone Wars Omnibus reviews, I know you used to we used to chat like a lot, and I really enjoyed that. And we actually eventually talked on Xbox Live, played some games together, and I recommend you also join Steam too, Brysen. I don't know if you have a Steam account.
Oh yeah, but I do. It's just I don't really have the computer or able to download games that much, so I'll have his account really.
Okay, because you can also chat with me on Steam as well. But if you have like a laptop or something, or it's actually cheaper to get a desktop, a really good gaming PC, desktop, and you'll be set, man. You can play any game you want, and getting a computer it really lasts you for a very long time. A desktop, good gaming PC desktop. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and Brysen were good buds, and yeah, just wanted to say that. So make sure you guys please support Brysen as well, his YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. So okay, I will start with the expanded universe questions. For the last 2 videos, and including this video as well, they're all like the same questions, and I know I haven't uploaded my first video yet, but they've all been like the same questions, same 10 questions. Nothing's really changed, and I just want to get other people's opinions on these questions. So they're not really hard questions, they're really easy to answer. So the first one is, how did you get into the expanded universe?
Well, I think that started when it was probably like 5 years ago. One day I was pretty young though, but I was at my friend's house, Brendan, and I was looking at all his games. He usually play a lot of his games, and I noticed I saw the Star Wars game, and it was like Knights of the Old Republic. I think it was he had both of them, but I played one of them, and it always became so symbolic to me, because I seen all this stuff in it, and it's like when you get to make your own character and like all the statues that are dark side, and I was like, wow, I never seen Star Wars game like this. So I basically bought it for him, played it, and I guess I became obsessed with that game, and then
it was Knights of the Old Republic, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And and then like I saw this like I found out it was like years and years before the movies and everything. And I was like, wow, this is way more interesting than the real movies. And
Doesn't mean the
after
movies
that,
are bad. That's not what he's
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
He's
and
just
I'm saying
saying he's
that.
saying the
Like,
video game experience of that game specifically was just so great.
yeah, and then when I was looking stuff up from it, I've noticed books, like the comics and like expanding universe and everything, and I was like, and that's when I started getting really hooked on Wikipedia.
Hmm. And there's just a whole, world or galaxy, you can even say, of just content out there for the expanded
Yeah,
universe. And they always seem to update and put out more interesting stuff all the time. Character, story, the storylines, everything was just so interesting about the expanded universe. And yeah, yeah. So,
and
oh, I'm sorry. Go.
yeah, and plus I was on YouTube this one time, and I noticed there's Tales of the Jedi. I think had no Noemi Writer in it, and I forget the other Jedi's name. Quick Drama was it?
Ulik Quildroma.
Yeah, Quick Drama, and um, it wasn't like the comics reading of it. It was like more of a podcast or like a um, yeah, podcast audiobook. I mean, and it was actually really good. Like the voice acting is pretty good, and but I remember this one time. Like, I think when one of his masters died, and then he like screams and says no, and it sounds like hilarious. I'd show you if I could, but I guess he took it down, which was sad.
Oh man.
But if you've seen that video on that part, because it was one of the most cliche, master dies, apprentice yelling, like,
No.
it was like no. His voice sounds so long and stuff. That was hilarious. I wish I could have saved that. But anyway, from the art style and the Tales of the Jedi from that, it was like so alluring to me, and I wish someday I could get those comics. Even though
I
they're 80s, I think.
they're so good. Like the artwork, people might say they're dated. To me, they're epic. It's just so good. Like it embodies the feel of Star Wars, but at the same time, like the '90s style artwork, and I really like it. Really love that artwork.
Yeah, like the style of Nomu Writer, like when she has that green kind of robe on, and how she looks, like her hair and everything. And I was like, it still looks like a normal Jedi, even from this kind of day to me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah,
And
and
the Sith felt intimidating. The Jedi felt like really good people, and you could really trust them. They really felt like Jedi.
yeah,
Unlike like thousands of years later, where they're just all arrogant and high up and.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that because remember in the ominous books for the Old Republic, those Jedi's who died. What's his name? Who's the main character
Oh,
in that again?
yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yep.
That
Uh,
one Jedi who says, he's a bad, and I actually believe he's a bad guy, even though I killed all this Jedi.
oh, who is it? It was like the old Jedi Master, right? I think that's what you're
Yeah, the
talking.
blonde guy or something. I forget his name.
Mm. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. um. So yeah, that's basically how I got into the EU.
Okay, cool. So, what did you love most about the EU?
Hmm. Um. I guess it's probably the style of it, like the content mostly. Like I guess it basically had a backstory in almost everything you choose to look at. Like every planet had its own history. It shows where the Sith came from. Um, it talks about like the Rakata, like basically the first people who found out about the Force. I think it was, and they like that. I know that they're like had dark side thing in it, but basically like the oldest race in the galaxy and everything. That kind of stuff is like very interesting, and it like goes so much in depth about uh mostly everything.
Mhm.
Really.
Right. And I felt like they should have done more with the Rakata and explored more with them. I know the Dawn of the Jedi series really explored the Rakata somewhat, but I really want like a series. I would have loved a series in itself about the Rakatans and how they started off. Because if you think about it, they were actually the true Sith, like the first Sith. Like before there were Sith, there was the Rakatans, and they were like the true like dark side masters at that time.
Yeah.
And you know, I know Dawn of the Jedi explores it somewhat, but I just I would have loved some more backstory upon them. Just in my take, but expanded universe is gone now, so
Yeah, thanks for the little 2 years of Mickey Mouse.
yeah, yeah. I mean, 30 years of the expanding universe, and now it's all gone.
Like seriously, how the hell did Disney do that shit? Like seriously, like it's like discrediting every single author and everything for the past 20 years of creating all this like content and everything, all the money people got from making this stuff, and now they basically just screwed them over like that.
Yeah, I mean, I have been asking this to Tristan, and I'll ask you. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this to Tristan, but let me ask you: if you were a writer or an artist, and all your hard work was put into the series, and then all of a sudden it doesn't count, how would you feel?
Well, I actually do personally feel for that because you know that I told you that I actually did want to become an author and actually wanted to make a novel series for Star Wars, like back in the Old Republic era. And so, really, actually, personally, would probably get really mad about that because I haven't made the book yet, and
Yeah.
now my complete story will be discredited and not even count.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, because like all that hard work and now it's for nothing. I'd be, mad as hell. I would never
I,
forgive them
I
for that.
actually already got in my system, like when I haven't been talking to you, but because I looked at the Wikipedia and I basically handwritten every point of research I wanted to put into my books on like a notebook.
Hmm.
So all that months of writing in there, and I'm not even halfway done with all my Wikipedia stuff. So now all that writing's for nothing.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think they should uh, expand? I mean, do a separate thing for the expanded universe where it's more fan fiction? Do you think that would be fine? Where not the audience, but like certain people out there would create their own stories within the expanded universe, and it would still be canon within their eyes.
But that could cause some problems a little bit. Like, what if someone added something to it which the other person wouldn't want it from it, since anybody could edit onto it,
Yeah.
and it could backfire and the other person not count it as like what if another person edited on top of their story and made it different than the other person wanted it to be.
Yeah, you're right about that. Tristan, I should have asked him this before, but he was actually campaigning, I think, that he wanted to create, fan fiction for the Star Wars expanded universe. And I should have asked him this more, but I didn't get a chance to. But anyway, it is what it is. But I know you were talking about you were creating a story yourself.
Yeah.
What was your idea actually? Maybe not like spoil too much, but like just to
Yeah,
give.
because anyone out there could just steal it, or
Yeah.
if it comes,
No, no,
if
no,
the key.
no. I understand. Just a brief hint to your series.
Okay. Well, for me, I was always deeply interested in the Old Republic era because mostly from you know decoder games,
Hmm.
but I was thinking of involving the characters from those games, like Mitra Surik or like Revan or Bastila, and I was thinking like for my character, I guess, and I'm not gonna say who it was though, but I was thinking of having like my character, um, like met like Nietzsche Shirk and dancing because I heard that Nietzsche Shirk was born there and Jedi trained there,
Hmm. Yep.
and I was thinking of having my character be like at first be light and then dark and then like basically be like both in a way because we both know in those days Jedi's are just as arrogant and Darkseid knows how to use it, but they use the Force in selfish purposes. So really, like either side is just as bad. Like the thing I was gonna really elaborate on the Force definitely in that that series.
Okay.
But I think the most impactful will be is probably the ending of it, and I'm definitely not gonna spoil anything there. But it's like I think, in my opinion, I think that the Star Wars films they didn't elaborate. I think they're too vague on the meaning of the Force. They give like very little detail in it. I guess that's the little thing I'm disappointed about.
Especially with the light side. I'll say it over
Yeah.
and I'll say it once and I'll say it again. The light side is the most confusing thing out there. And don't give me that Jedi garbage where they're the light side, because they're not. They're balanced. They don't believe in the light or the dark. They just like, oh, they're balanced. They're not good. They're not bad. They're in between. Like what? Like why stop saying that you're light side then?
Well, actually, in my opinion, I think if they were both, they wouldn't be as arrogant as they are because if
Well, they're neither actually. If you ask me.
from let me think about something. Because I think the people who are like that are probably great Jedi because usually they decide between both really. But for Jedi's, I notice usually all the decisions they make are usually good, and none of them are either dark.
Right.
That's what I noticed.
Okay.
Like for example, what's his name? Joey's Bindo. That
The Great
African-
Jedi. Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know who you're talking about.
definitely a great Jedi. And
Yeah, he's one example of a great Jedi. Yep.
yeah, and I actually really liked his backstory about his apprentice and everything.
And he's such a great character because like he also explores the background between what happens in the not in the Mandalorian Wars, but in the Sith War, and explains Exar Kun, Uli Dromo, and all these people, and they're all like from Tales of the Jedi. Because like if you've never read that series, he tells you everything about that series, pretty much. And he's just a great storyteller in general.
Yeah, and but other things doesn't explain. Oh yeah, and I was not explaining because I noticed that nothing in the movie, like Luke or whatever, doesn't explain anything about meditation or like, because like for me, I'm personal, spiritual too. So in a way, Star Wars kind of makes sense in that way, explaining the Force because, so meditation has to deeply do a part with reality in some sense, but like for example, like when I explain the Force, it's like energy in a way. So it's like I'm gonna explain a lot of detail in that when I make those books.
Right. Okay. It's not gonna be easy to explain the Force.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's probably going for pages, but I think I could do that.
400 pages. You should make it 800 pages.
Yeah, it'll probably be like explaining, like when they're in a deep state of, you know, meditation or whatever. I was thinking of in the beginning of the story. I was thinking of making, you know, my female character. She's like meditating by a bilbo tree. Remember those in Dantooine?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, cause you know, I'm trying to make one of the locations like that from Coder 1, I think. Remember when with that great soundtrack from that game and that planet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and make it like that, because I just love the design of Dantooine in that open field.
Yeah, I like it too. It's a really nice design.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna make it like that, and the whole like beginning scene when she's meditating that field, and describe what it will be in first person view of when, you know, they're closing their eyes. I'll explain what they're seeing, like through the force and everything.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Let's go to the next question. What is your favorite novel, comic, or TV show of the EU? You can pick you can pick from each category, or you can just pick one.
I can't really say because
Or I'm sorry, I should say, or video game too. I forgot to include that.
I can't really say because I didn't really buy much comics or anything from EU besides the, you know,
You bought the Knights of the Republic series, right? The omnibus.
yeah, just one though, but I never really had much money, or like, you know, I don't have a job much to buy things on the internet to get those comics or anything, so I don't really know much about it. But I do read most of the stuff online in Wikipedia though.
What do you think of the Knights of the Republic series, though?
Oh yeah,
So
that's
far.
yeah, it's really good so far.
And you finished Volume 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still need to buy the other ones though.
I recommend Volume 2. That's when the series is like Volume 1 and Volume 2 are great. Volume 3, it's mediocre. It's not that good, in all honesty.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty much filled with filler, and it's just not good at all. Like, the story is pretty redundant in the middle of it, and then towards the end it gets good, like the last 4 issues, and then it goes into another chapter called War, and that's when the series is like at an all-time low. It is really bad, really bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good.
Wait, so does that mean the ending of the whole series is that sucks or what?
Well, there is an ending with like issue number 50, and then it goes on after like a year later, and it goes into this chapter called War, where Zane goes into the Mandalorian Wars, and it was bad. It's really bad. But the ending on issue number 50, it's a fitting ending. It's a really nice ending. But the fact that it continues on and then ends, it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Oh, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like one of those series. But Volume 2 is pretty good. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. But
yeah.
But you said you couldn't pick from a comic series, but other than comics, which would you
like probably the games, I guess.
Knights of the Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite game of all time too. Just great characters, great story, different quests as well. I mean, that's the game that started off with excuse me. That's the game that really like jumped BioWare to like pinnacle. That was like their. I think that was like their best game of all time. And
Yeah.
I mean, then they had Mass Effect series, Dragon Age. But I think Knights of the Old Republic is just when they were king. That was their bread and butter. And then they just like diverted from that and then went to the other series. But it's just an overall great game. I played it like at least 6 to 8 times at least. And I really want to play it again, light side and dark side, and then install some mods for the PC and see like what they're all about too.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I know there's some good ones out there.
Yeah, like for me, like I was kind of interested in Jarrell. What's your name?
Jeriel or Gerald, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the Arcanian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we both know why we like her, but
yeah. She's just she's a very attractive lady. Let's just say that.
Yeah. But yeah, like well, for my opinion, she kind of looks like an elf in a way, sort of.
Yeah, you'll actually find out more about her towards the end, and you'll know about her history, but you'll understand why she has that, like, those elf ears. And yeah, I won't spoil anymore.
I think I saw part of it in the end of the volume 1, because they mentioned her about being not a pure blood or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, the purebloods are like the ones who are like humans. They have like the human skin. They're like, I guess they're white. Well, not like pale white like she is, but like white isn't like human white,
Yeah.
So she's like an offshoot, but she has like some traits that are true blood or something like that. But you'll know towards the end. I'll just say that. Okay. Let's get to this one. If you could live on any planet during any time period, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's the toughest one. Toughest question I've asked. Not easy. You have to really think on that
one. Let's see.
For me, there's like multiple planets, but if you had to choose one, that's just a tough one. Well, if you could choose any, let's just rephrase that. If you could choose any planet.
I
know Coruscant is nice at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing that whole city that whole planet, and that's like the whole planet is a city. That's pretty amazing. Like, you wouldn't know where to go in that planet, because there's just so much in there.
But to live there personally, like I wouldn't find it good, because basically the whole planet's probably polluted by then, and
yeah.
That's still
Yeah, very true. It's just the hustle and bustle too. Yeah, I want to find you want to find something that's like away from humans at the same time.
Yeah, and besides, if we keep on going the same direction on this planet, we'll probably end up that way.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But for me, I'd probably want to live on maybe. Wait, hold on a second. I need to check something for that. I can't find it right now, but anyway, I probably would, I think, I guess. Um, well, some planets they mentioned. I guess like they tell what the planet is, but they don't really show it in the Wikipedia really, since it wasn't even featured in anything. They just say the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like to tell Robin where Bessel was born. Like I have no idea what that place looks like.
Okay.
Like I was thinking maybe Dantooine or um well, from what I can think of right now, I guess I'd say Dantooine.
Okay. And let me ask you, why would you pick Dantooine?
Probably because it may seem like a huge presence of lights right there, and plus the large like nature like field of the planet mostly doesn't really have any much of a civilization there. Mostly it's just farms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And plus the Jedi Enclave's there, and from the way everything looks, it has like a
It's a very beautiful planet.
symbol
Yeah. Yeah, you're
mostly
right.
to
Gotta make sure you slaughter all those Mandalorians, though. Well, whoa, wait, hold on a second. What am I saying? You don't want to slaughter any of the Mandalorians. I am Mandalorian. Well, what happened? Bryson? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, Bryson, what happened?
Mom's calling me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's basically why I chose Dantooine.
Okay, do you have to go back?
No.
Okay, cool. So we can still continue. All right. Um, okay, yeah, Dantooine just seems like a beautiful place to go to. It's very scenic, and yeah, I mean that's a good choice. That's a really good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another tough one. What is your top 5 favorite characters in the expanded universe? You don't. It doesn't have to be in any order. Just name your,
Okay.
5 favorite.
Gosh, this is gonna be a tough one. There's a lot of them I like from the quarter games, and plus from the Omnibus one too.
You gotta really think on that one.
My first one probably might be
Me, Jango Fett. Of course, I'm number 1.
Jango.
I know I'm number 2 behind my brother Jango Fett. I'm the other Jango Fett. Whatever. Forget the haters.
What? Yeah, like
Nobody recognizes me. Whatever. Anyway, go ahead, Bryce.
Yeah, like well, probably first one might be Vassal, I guess.
Bastila. Yeah, I love that choice. Yep. No. Seriously though, that's a great choice. Nobody really picks Bastila. Bastila is an awesome character. She really is.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. She might be headstrong a lot, and like she's kind of
annoying in the beginning, but you know.
It's like,
she's alright.
don't. The dark path isn't right. 2 seconds later, I'm sorry, I turned the dark side.
So true.
Yeah. Those little hypocrisy right there.
Hypocrisy. Yeah. Yep.
Hypocrisy.
Whatever. Yeah.
So second one might be I guess I'd probably say Karth.
Korth.
Yeah, and the third one.
As bad as people want to give crap to Karth, you got to understand his story and his background. Then you'll really feel for him. It takes some time, but he's a jerk at first. But after you understand him, get to know him some more, he's actually a good guy. He really is.
And so yeah, my third one might be I know there wasn't much. There was a lot of mystery to Mr. Shurik, but I'd probably have to say her because for me, I think she could look one of my main characters because like in the beginning she has this mystery about her in the beginning. It's like you don't know who she is or what kind of Jedi she was, and if you like the thing was she was just like mostly confused with everything. It's like especially when you go into the tombs of what was it? What was that Sith Lord's name? Ludacris.
Ludacris is a good choice too. I prefer him than Naga Sadao, in all honesty.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like Ludo, like you got to understand him because like he's trying to save his old ways from being destroyed by Naga Sadao, who really wants to conquer the galaxy, but he just like wants to like throw away the old ways in which Marco Ragnos came to them in the middle of a duel and stop them from fighting because he wanted the Sith to rise up, but at the same time he wants them to stay isolated, and then they can, I guess, rise up in some way. But they weren't ready now. Like this is the golden age for them. And Ludo really sided with Marco Ragnos. Naga Sadao went the other way, and he wanted to conquer the whole universe and destroy the Sith in the end. Left them scattered. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so like, it very when you're in the tombs of that and learn more about yourself, you realize that like, you realize that you do it all over again during the Mandalorian Wars. Because the thing is, the Jedi were being too arrogant into, they're being uninvolved in a war that would eventually go to their doorstep anyway. So they're basically avoiding the inevitable. So I don't blame any Jedi who left to fight the Mandalorian Wars.
Yeah, I don't blame them either. I mean, you had no choice in the end too.
Yeah, and it's like, like Atris, you turn dark side, blah blah blah, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, people like in the Outer Rims were getting killed, and you have to stand up and fight for them. And if you don't, they're all gonna get wiped out. Sure, they had the Republic, but they were scattered as well. They were scattered. They needed some help and leadership from the Jedi. And until Revan came, they didn't have anything.
Yeah, even though Major Sure kind of did almost do mass genocide, but
just ignore that for now.
Yeah, but still
pretend that never happened.
Yeah, but I guess some of the Jedi Order's ideals I could get, like like to my opinion, I guess they could put that in real life in a sense, because most people I know like throughout my life in real life, I mean, like most people are mostly, when they see things that someone bad does something really bad, like murder or whatever, and they say, oh, I want revenge or whatever, and they think violence is always the answer. But the thing is, from what I looked at from Jedi, they said that no one deserves, execution no matter what their crimes, like Bastos said. And the thing is, she is kind of right about that, because if you do that, what does it do is just making you just as bad as that person, and it won't solve anything.
Right.
And plus, they'll probably hurt the living energy of their, world and stuff. And besides, doesn't our world already have enough death?
Yeah, they don't even think about that too.
Yeah, no, and it's like, it's mostly a selfish reason. Plus, before in my life, I had kind of those problems before, so like I changed more. So like most people may not understand, but I think it's easier to forgive than cast revenge.
Right. Yeah.
like like what they did with Mitra Sir, even though they banished her.
Yeah, that wasn't right at all.
And what else is there good about her? And like even I know the Revan book wasn't that good about Bastila, or like it was okay for Mitra in it.
Yeah.
But I like how they explained her appearance and everything, and it's like she had this like, even though you couldn't see her, I just felt this like wise, stern stance or something. I was thinking of,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt she had this more firm thing of what she was doing, like than any other Jedi I've probably ever heard of. Even though they didn't really explain on Lucha Shark that much, I just felt this like feeling with her character, I guess. Almost just as Revan is. I feel like they're almost alike in some way.
Right. Yeah. So you'd pick also Revan as your top 5 as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll explain how alike they are, but yeah, Revan's in my number 4 then.
Just don't count the Old Republic version. Whatever.
Oh yeah.
Don't even bother with that one.
Oh gosh.
Well, that's a topic for another discussion. The Old Republic. We'll get to that later. Probably not to this podcast, but
Yeah.
me and Brysen are not big fans of the game. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, I have played it, but the only reason I play is because for the cool cutscenes. That's about it.
The story elements are good in the game. I can admit that, but everything else about the game is just prototypical MMO, and it's boring as hell. It's not a very exciting game, and there's a lot of fetch quests, and yeah, I don't want to say any more than that. It's just not a very exciting game, in all honesty. But let me get to the I think you named 4 characters or 3 characters.
Yeah, I think one more, and the last one probably would be
Would it be what about Zane Carrick?
Well, I do like Zane, but I probably wouldn't put him in my top 5 though.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'd say. What's there? Oh yeah, I'd probably choose what's her name? Kreia.
Oh, Kreia.
Yeah.
Okay. And why would you pick Kreia?
I guess I think she's like a very rare master. Like she's not arrogant. She's not biased. She's like basically all sides. She's not light. She's not full. She's I guess she'd say she's both a great Jedi in a way. But even though she's kind of manipulative.
Very manipulative.
Yeah. And at first you may think that she's kind of a bitch or whatever, but later when you know her in the games and everything, you feel like that that her teachings were actually right. And even though at certain times she kind of did try to kill you, but
forget about that. Don't.
Yeah.
Just pretend that it didn't happen.
Yeah, because like the teaching she did is like very inspirational if you think about it in a real life way too. It's like I think it's very symbolic in a way, because it's like teaching you like once you learned everything that teacher tried to teach you, you defeat the master. Basically you're just as wise as they are now, since they passed on their teachings.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Why do you think Freya's not like good or something?
Uh, yeah, I just didn't like the story for Night Seal Republic 2.
Oh, you
And
didn't?
no, I did not. Um, I don't know where to start. I just the story at the end and just
Oh,
the
yeah, the
story
cliffhanger
dealing
thing.
with
Yeah.
Kreia, I thought it was overly confusing. I thought they were just like trying to lead to something bigger than it should have been, and it just got way in over its head and it just lost me. I didn't like Kreia either, and I didn't think she was remotely interesting. I thought she was just a bitch, like an overall bitch. I just did not like her at all, in all honesty. But that's just me. I don't know. I just didn't like her. Did not like her at all. I thought she was a terrible master. I liked Bastila in all honesty. Even though she didn't really teach you that much, I guess, or maybe a little bit. Or Jolie. Jolie is probably a better teacher. Yeah, I should say Jolie. Like Broly.
Probably. Yeah, so like and I guess I like Quarter 2 a little bit more than the first one because like when Crazy and the reason I like Rhea is because like she explained the Force so much better than they did in the first game, and how they explained the Force was much more detailed to me. But I feel like expanding on that when I make my stories because I liked it how she explained the Force more when you're talking to her.
She definitely had a different outlook on the Force compared to anybody else.
Yeah.
Anybody in the expanded universe. Definitely. That I'll give her credit for, and I thought that was interesting about her.
But there are still bad things about her, though.
Oh, there are plenty of things bad about her. We won't ruin it any further, but yeah.
So yeah, that's probably my top 5.
Okay, let's go through that again. Can you name your top 5 again?
First one was Bastila, second one was Karth, third one was Mitra Surik, fourth one was Revan, and then the last one was Kreia.
Okay, cool. Let me go to the next question. Okay, who is your favorite group in the expanded universe?
What do you mean by group?
When I mean group, I mean either Jedi, Sith, Mandalorians, Vong, Republic, Empire. Some of those groups.
That's probably the hardest one. Because I've seen a lot of groups like the OSIS, or I forgot to say it, the OSIS one, like group Jedi thing. I forget.
Oh, you mean in Dark Empire?
Yeah.
In the Dark Empire series, okay.
I remember there's this group called OSIS Keeper Robe or something.
Okay.
Something like that, but there's other. I'm not sure who I'd pick. Because there's a lot of races and groups that I like, and I can't really decide which one. Like,
there's a lot of groups out there.
well, for me, I've changed. I've evolved more. So, like for me, I was never really like labeling myself as sticking with one group. Like I probably would stick with. If I was in the universe myself, I'd probably be dark side and light, or like in the middle, I guess. Like have dark side powers and light side powers.
So it'd be like a Grey Jedi.
Yeah. So like, if I would put a label on it, I'd probably choose probably light side, I guess.
Light side. So you'd be
Yeah,
a Jedi. So you'd be a Jedi then.
Yeah, Jedi.
Okay. Yeah, that was easy. Okay. Okay. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself with the EU?
Um,
Do you think you'll still follow it, or just give up altogether, or still have a passion for the EU, or something like that?
well, if I'm not too distracted, I'll probably still be part of it, but um, there's no doubt that I still want to make that book and everything, but let's just hope that's still out there, or if it gets canon again, I don't know. But I'll still be sticking with it though.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. That's what I want to hear. Okay. What EU material? It can be either video game, comic, TV show, or novel. Are you currently reading, playing, or watching right now?
No, not right now.
Oh, you're not doing anything?
No.
Okay. Well, okay, okay. Okay. This is an interesting one. If you were to have a face-to-face chat with the people who discarded the EU, now just a face-to-face chat, you were forced to be, with them, and what would you say to them? Or what would you say to them? Would you persuade them to consider the EU canon, or tell them to screw off?
For me, I probably choose diplomacy. Or if I try to encourage them to keep it on and explain why it's good to keep it, and to explain how many people still have a heart for it, and trying to prove to them that it's worth saving.
Absolutely, I agree with that. Probably the best. You probably answered this question the best by far.
Yeah,
I have to say.
most of my other answers are kind of
No
unorganized.
offense to Tristan and Jeremy. No offense to you guys, but yes, persuading them to consider the EU canon. I like that. No, I like that. Try to persuade them in some way. Yeah, I get that. I like that. So, okay. Cool, man. That's awesome. So, okay. We are actually I'm just gonna end it right here. I just want to thank you, Brysen, for joining me in the podcast series. And please, guys, be sure to support Brysen as well. Subscribe to his YouTube channel and check out his Facebook groups as well, or Facebook pages, I should say. And just want to end it right here. Thank you so much, Brysen, for joining me, and we'll see you guys on episode 4 of Why We Love the Expanded Universe podcast, where I'll be with someone else. This time, I think it's Tevia. Yeah, Tevia this time. Okay, so we're going to end it right here. So we'll see you guys next time. Peace.